limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and fine to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairing on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack, Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man, A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
Well, what is going on, everybody? Listen, this is the Jackson State post game show of an epic game. You want to listen? That's listen. That kind of murder. You listen. That's the ones on First 48. You be like on the scene, okay? Like, did you see something? Yeah, I was a witness. I witnessed that. I was a witness to that. Okay, I saw that. Ooh, with my own too. Yeah, ain't nobody tell me about that, but I saw that with my own too. All right, make sure you get the likes up. Listen, this is a members only chat. All right, listen, you gotta pay to troll out here. I ain't even gonna fake on you. And anybody who says, "Oh my God, Scotty, you're ducking from the smoke," I actually said before the game started, if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I put it on my Instagram and Twitter. I said, "Hey, win or lose, this will be a members only chat, but you can always call in and you can watch." Now, if I really was ducking from the smoke, I would have made this a members only live and kicked about 200 of you Bamas off of here. All right, I would have kicked about 200 of you Bamas out of here. So at the end of the day, you got to pay to troll. It just is what it is. I don't mind you calling in. That's why I got a call-in show. So you can troll calling in. You know what I'm saying? Get behind that keyboard. Get from behind it. If you want to be on the keyboard, you got to pay to be on the keyboard. There's other channels you can go watch, and you can always.
If I make you feel some type of way, if low key you just here to hate.
Listen, you can always unfollow me. I don't force nobody to be here. Don't force nobody to be here. Okay. Okay. So listen, let's get into it today. Make sure you like the stream. You already know what it is. Members only chat. All right. What else? What I want to get into before I get into the show? Everybody on that undefeated bandwagon mess, all that talk. Let me answer the question right now, right? Because you're gonna piss me off later in the show. I'm going to answer the question right now. For all the undefeated chants,
I bet you won't. 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 I bet you won't.
I bet you won't. I bet you won't. All right. I'm not really gonna bet money, but I bet you won't. All right. So let's say, oh, put some money on. I'm not. I don't need to. Okay. I gotta deal with I gotta deal with all of what comes with Jackson State fans when they win. That's worse enough. I don't need to put my money on top of that. The fact that you get to call into my show and just be like, "Oh my God, Scotty, that's painful enough." Do you not understand? Do you not understand? Because I damn for sure if family would have won, I'd be on here talking my mess. All right. So once again, for all them chants, oh my God, undefeated.
I bet you won't. 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 I bet you won't.
That's all you chants like that. All right, let me get started to today's show. All right, let me get started. Let me get started with today's show. All right, JSU take. No, I'm gonna go with FAMU takeaways. I'm gonna go with FAMU takeaways. I'm gonna go with my FAMU take. Listen, I keep saying this. I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna keep saying this. Coach Willie Simmons cannot win the big game. I mean, that is my number one takeaway from the whole ordeal of this butt whooping that happened today. I sit back and I watch and I ponder. I'm like, bro, this dude cannot win the big game. He just can't. He just cannot. I mean, like I'm watching. I just like you. It just comes like, and I've been saying this. I said this when he went against Southeast Louisiana. I said this when the first OBC came around. I've said this at the biggest points and moments that you expect Coach Willie Simmons to show up and his team to show up. They do not show up. So, number one, Coach Willie Simmons cannot win the big game. Number two, Ryan Smith, the defensive coordinator for FAMU, needs to go back to defensive coordinator school. And he needs to learn how to dial up pressure when you aren't getting pressure from your front four. Now, I've said this from the beginning. I never thought Isaiah Land should be the FCS Defensive Player of the Year, and I stand on that, and it came to fruition today. If you're the Defensive Player of the Year, you should have had more than one sack. That's one. Number two, if I am FAMU's defensive coordinator, I should have been dialing up pressure. That's number two. And number three, Jesus Christ, these refs, Jackson State was holding so much on the tackle position. It was freaking ridiculous. It was freaking ridiculous. That's another side note, but it was freaking ridiculous, man. I'm just like, bro, like stop. Like they were holding so bad. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Ryan Smith, the defensive coordinator, needs to go back to defensive coordinator school because at the end of the day, you didn't do anything exotic. You didn't change your look up. You literally went straight front pressure, cover 3, cover 1. It was basic, pure basic. And the thing about Shedeur, what makes Shedeur so good is the fact of his pre-snap reads. Like, he is taught, as a quarterback, he understands the game of football. And you can do a lot when you just understand what a team is trying to do, because now I know where I want to go with the ball. I'm going to break this game. Now listen, God was funny this week. All my picks got dog walked. I'm talking about like taken out to the shed, pick your own switch. They got their butt whooped. All right. They got unbutt whooped. Now, I'll say the biggest one for me that put me on it was Andrew Body. Flat out. We're going to get to that game later in the week, but Andrew Body's loss really hurt my. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, that one pierced me in a place I didn't even know I could be pierced. Okay, that one hurt. But you know what I'm saying? But for FAMU, the defense was so mundane, so basic, so plain. It was just god awful. Listen. I think you're asking a lot of Musa, and I'm not. Listen, I want to be very clear what I said. First of all, why are you putting McKay in the game? Why is Rashawn McKay even in the game? Every time he got on the field, it was a turnover. Every time. Like, every time he was behind the big boy in the center, it was a turnover. Every single freaking time. Like, you can't even make this up. 4th and 1. It's a designed, probably a QB keeper. He decides to throw it. What happens? Fumble. They almost run it in for a touchdown. Then, first of all, why do you even switch a quarterback at 4th and 1 anyway? Second of all, then he gets back in the game later. That's the Aubrey Miller fumble recovery, scoop and score. Like, bro, keep him he need to be close to the clipboard. As close as he can get to the clipboard, that's how close the clipboard need to be right here. That's how close he needs to be. Him and the clipboard need to be best friends. Okay? When you graduate, give him his degree and his clipboard. Like, what are we doing? Okay? What are we doing? That's bad coaching. Okay? That is bad coaching. Point blank, period. I'm going to have to teach all these SWAC coaches, all right, how to freaking coach games, how to freaking coach football. All right? So that's another one. But let me say this about Musa and Coach Willie Simmons. I think at the end of the day, you got to understand, and I'm gonna get into Jackson State, and I'm gonna get into it so deep, and a lot of people are gonna be shocked about where my opinions are, but I'm gonna be so deep. You gotta stay balanced, right? You can't just go out there and think Musa is Patrick Mahomes or you're Texas Tech. That's not how this works. That's not how offenses work. You have to stay balanced. I keep trying to tell people, like, Jackson State D-line, other than Devontae Davis, they're just okay. They're not, like, if you really go back and watch the film, there wasn't a lot of pressure on Musa consistently like it was with Rashawn McKay last year, because actually Jackson State didn't blitz as much as they used to blitz. They sent a lot of 4, they sent some 5-man, they sent some 6-man, but where they became extremely dangerous at is when you're 3rd and long. When you're behind the chains, Jackson State is uber dangerous because they know what you have to do. They're going to bring pressure. Then they're going to speed your clock up, and you're going to have to throw short or throw into a window that's not open yet because you can't get to the second window. That's what really makes them dangerous. So you have to stay in front of the chains. You have to stay balanced so they can't pin their ears back and come and get you. You have to keep running the ball. It's the same thing with Southeast Louisiana. You got away from the run game so quickly, it's ridiculous. You have to keep running the ball to stay balanced, to keep that defense on its heels. It is what it is. All right, last thing before I go to Jackson State, and then once I do Jackson State, I'm going to go back and forth between FAMU, and then I'm going to open up to the call lines, right? This is my last thing with FAMU. It's simply this. Everything that you saw Willie Simmons running in the 3rd and 4th quarter with the pistol in motion, that's what you should have been doing in the first freaking quarter. That's how you beat man-to-man defenses. Like, Willie, that is basic football. You beat man-to-man by stacking receivers, moving them in motion, having the defense have to look and move and say, okay, that's moving. That's how you beat man-to-man. Rub routes, all those type of things. You cannot simply go out and do a 2x2, empty set, do all hitches when Jackson State DBs are taught to sit 3 to 4 yards off and they're not bailing. They're just doing read steps and coming downhill. That's why you almost got 2 of your passes broke. That's why you got 1 pass pick 6, right? That's why and I was by Rashawn McKay. And then you almost had other pick 6s because of the fact of the matter is you're not doing double moves. You're not doing motion. You're not doing read routes. You're not doing any of that. It's just simple, basic line up and throw the ball. And Jackson State secondary is too good for that. I said, listen, the D-line is average, but the secondary is elite. I said the secondary is legit. And they showed up and showed they ass of why they are legit. Them boys are real. The real deal, Holyfield. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to go to my Jason. Baron Hobson is the little nugget that you didn't think you need, but you need. I love Baron Hobson. He's always in the right position. He does all the right things. He's a great read and react guy. I think that's going to be a gem for Jackson State for a long time to come. All right. Now, going into my JSU takeaways, listen. First things first, that offense that Jackson State is running is Montebello Tutti Frutti. That thing is legit, okay? Understand what I'm telling you. That offense is legit, and you have it fits everything that Shedeur does so well. And what is that? He is a great pre-snap reader. He understands where to go with the ball. He understands leverage. It is form-fitted to Shedeur. Let me explain to you how good this is. When I was, and I texted this to BJ, I said, this is what the offensive mindset was from last year and this year. The difference between last year and this year is that Jackson State was always looking for the big play, right? They'll dink and dunk you, but you know they were looking for the big play. This year, it is simply, I am going to take what the defense gives me. And it was impressive. Listen, he was a surgeon. He looked like Dr. Strange before he got in this car accident. He was a straight surgeon. Okay? Straight surgeon, because that's how this offense works. And if you watch that offense, the exact offense they're running is everything I tell you how you want to incorporate in offense, right? When Shedeur was sending the running back out in motion, well, now he's reading how are they going to slide out? How are they going to bump out, right? Because if you bump too far out, I'm going to hit the seam. If you don't bump out at all, I'm going to hit the running back and he's going to get 2 or 3 yards if you make the tackle, right? So it's those type of things that he does. I mean, he would widen out and FAMU wouldn't match the alignment. He simply threw to the inside man for 5 or 6 yards. If you miss the tackle, he's going up for 10 or 15. Like, that's what great offenses is. And I told you from the beginning, I said, they are going to back shoulder you to death. That's all. Listen, anytime Shedeur broke out and the receivers were even with the DBs, all they did was stop and turn around, and the DB kept running, and I mean, Shedeur threw it to the back shoulder, and boom, caught it. Shane Hooks got one. Dallas Daniel got one for the touchdown. Shane Hooks got another when he turned it on the back shoulder with the defensive PI call, but it should have been offensive PI call, but whatever. So, and then at the end of the day, Jackson State is the most dangerous when they're balanced. When you know they can run the ball, or you know they run to keep you honest, because listen, even though Shedeur threw it 33 times, it did not feel like Shedeur threw it 33 times. And that's the beauty of an offensive style they run. That is a typical, listen, it was so pretty to watch. If you don't like football, it was just so pretty to watch because he took what the defense gave them. He stayed in front of the chains. The offense never shot themselves in the foot by getting holding calls or whatever. Should have got some holding calls, but they didn't get those holding calls. So they weren't behind the chains. And once you're 3rd and 3 with Shedeur, once you're 3rd and 4 with Shedeur, when he has an option to run or pass, it was absolutely amazing. Listen, there is nothing I can't say about that offense. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, just I mean, picture perfect of what you try to do, what you're trying to establish with your quarterback. And this is what I'm saying. That style, that's what you say, coaching towards your talent. Okay. And this is what I mean by that, because, and I talked to a coach today. He's probably on here. Shout out to you, coach. I talked to you. We talked about it during halftime, and he said, you know what, Scotty, what makes them even more dangerous is that you can't focus on one particular player. Like last year, you knew Keith Corbin was the guy. So, South Carolina State wanted to take him away. You knew Malachi Wyman was the big play guy. So they wanted to take him away. Well, this time they got a whole bunch of, they just got receivers. Like they can make the big play, but it's not in the way you think. Like you got a Kevin Coleman who could take a 4-yard hitch or 4-yard slant. He could take it to the crib. I absolutely love Dallas Daniel. That's my new favorite guy. That's my new favorite player because he's Mr. Do It All. He can literally, you can line him up any place on the defense. I mean, on the offense, X, Y, Z. It does not matter. Freaking love Dallas Daniels. He's a freaking dog. You got Dallas Daniels who can take it to the house. You got Kevin Coleman who can take it to the house. You got number 10 that came into the game. You got Shane. You have you got so many players that can be effective in so many different ways. That's why Shador doesn't have to force anything. That's like a buffet line that you just got. It's like crab legs everywhere. You're like, I ain't even got to force. Like, I ain't even got to push nobody over. I can go over here and get my crab legs. I can go over here and get my crab legs. I can go. It's just a plenty of riches. And when you have a quarterback as smart as Shador, who understands alignment and assignment football, it's easy pickings. That's why you can't. You listen, Ryan Smith. I want to be very clear to you, white man, defensive coordinator at FAMU. Shador sat you down in the first row of class and schooled your ass. That's exactly what happened. You got took into class by a 21-year-old. You got taken to class by a 20-year-old, literally sat you down and schooled you on how to run an effective defense and how to pick it apart effectively. That's what he just did to you. You just got taken to school. Now, I don't know what your resume includes of, but it needs to include Shador owning my ass, because that's what he did. Branded, stamped, all that. Shador, listen, bro, you don't got no credit. You ain't got no credibility in Florida. You should not step foot in Miami, okay? If I was a Rattler and I lived in Miami, that Bama got to pay a toll. That Bama got to pay a toll. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anytime you come up I-95, sir, you got to pay a toll. Because you are no longer welcome here. Because that was utterly ridiculous that you kept thinking that just going base defense was going to confuse Shador Sanders. You got to be out your cotton-picking mind. This kid has been around. He has grown up playing football. I know his dad said football is the family business. And you think the guy taught by Tom Brady, the guy who goes all these QB camps and QB gurus and around Hall of Famers, you don't think he understands a base cover 3? You don't think he understands a base cover 1? You don't think he understands that crap? Ryan Smith, boy, I swear for God, if this was a Baller Awards, I will put you in a triple pad cellar underneath the jail and don't come out. I would treat you like the United States and I would treat you like Germany is treating all them old Nazis. I would come and find you. I would come and find you and put you in. Boy, I will put you in a cell so dark they would think you was black when you got out. I would put you in a cell so dark that the shade off they would think you was black. They would beat you with a stick because they thought you were a black man. Boy, I'm telling y'all don't understand how much Ryan Smith should not have a job tomorrow. You should listen. You should understand. I got 1,000 people, my first 1,000 live show ever. I got over 1,000 people in the live show, man. Shout out to y'all, man. All y'all, all the trollers, haters, and everybody. Appreciate y'all. All right, my first 1,000 live show. I knew this was gonna be epic. Well, anyway, but that's my thing, man. So I also let me go to Jack State defense. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me say this, and I want to be very clear. I got to give credit what credit is due. Now's Gaddy. Okay, let me be very clear because I've been very hard. Now's Gaddy has grown. Okay. Niles Gaddy has grown. I got to give him credit for that. He has taken a step forward. Let me tell a lot of people, you guys are going to be like, oh, Scotty, Niles Gaddy on the, it wasn't even the D-line play that really made me go, whoa, like, whoa. Go back, and I time-stamped it, okay? I time-stamped it because I wanted to make sure I gave him his credit for this play, right? I'm not saying he's James Houston. I'm not saying he's the next Von Miller, but he has taken a step forward. And let me say this. Third quarter, 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. They throw the ball to FAMU throws the ball on an out route to the running back. It is 1-on-1 running back. Now it's Gaddy. He wasn't on the D line, so he wasn't running them down. He had did a drop like a linebacker. One-on-one with the running back. He made a solid tackle, took him to the ground. I was like, whoa, that was nice. I had to give him credit. It was nothing but open space, and the running back didn't make a move. He didn't make a miss. Now it's Gaddy had a solid tackle, took him to the ground. Had to give him credit for that. I wanted to make sure I listen. Fair is fair, and I'm pretty fair, so I had to give him credit for that. D-line stuff, nice push and all that. He's still, like I said, he still needs to learn some moves. He's still raw, but that open field tackle showed me he has other attributes to his game that can make him more valuable. Got to give him credit for that. Let me go to the Jackson State defense, right? D-line, okay. People are going to say, Scotty, how can you not give the D-line an A? Well, I can't give them an A because I know what it was last year. You see what I'm saying? Last year was an A. This year is like a C. You can get mad, you can get whatever. It's average, right? Because Musa had a lot of time to make reads. The secondary is A+. The secondary is A+. And the reason why is because if you go back and watch the game, you see the too high look, Cam comes down, they roll over. It's so fluid that it kind of confuses you of what you're seeing. It's kind of confusing on what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Is it 2-man? Is it 1-man? But that's why you have to do more motion. That's why you have to do more shifting of formations. And you cannot be stagnant. Once again, you cannot be stagnant when you're playing a man press offense like Jackson State. You can't. It just doesn't make sense. He should have been stacking his receivers. And I said this from the beginning. Go watch my film breakdown about the 6-man blitz. You got to stack your receivers. You got to put people in motion. You got to go bunch. You got to go too tight. You got to do rub. You have to make the defense think. And at no point in time in this game did you ever make Jackson State think about what they were doing on defense and if it was effective. All right. Those are my points. Those are my takeaways. Call lines are open. I'm about to say 516-518-263-8124. Thank you so much, Sean. You dropped that just in time. I swear for God. 518-263-8124. Listen, if you can't chat, you might as well call your ass in. If you're a member, put your last 4. You can skip the line. If you're in front, if other members are in front of you, of course, other members are in front of you, but it is what it is. Gotta go with my boy TG. What's up, TG? Timothy Green.
What's good, man? I'm just calling to just holler at you, man. I ain't gonna be on here talking about, man, Scotty, you know what is that? I'm glad we won, whatever. I'm calling to get your opinion on just a few things, and I'm gonna get out your way. Do you think that they use the tight ends a little bit better?
Absolutely. Listen, that goal line formation, that is pure, like when Hayden Hagler, whatever his name was, when he scored, that is a pure over leverage play where I bunch you out. It's all rub routes, and then the tight end just slides out. That is absolutely amazing. Gents Riley, the catch he did was a drag formation across, they put him in motion, and all he did was like a 4-yard drag, but the defense didn't run with them. Absolutely amazing. Kylan Ritchie, he did one with a bootleg and he slides out. That's how you use motion and confusion to get people open easier. Even though they didn't abuse the tight end, 7 catches, but he didn't need to because he threw it to 9 different people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just literally all they did was take what the defense gave you. And that's what makes sure they're so good, because he's like, I can do that all day. I know where the leverage is. I know who's playing off and who can keep up with my guys. So it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into the whole we gonna go undefeated, because you finna get a lot of that. You finna get a lot of we going undefeated. We need to go play FBS. All that. Look, we won. Good. My last question, because I know you got a lot of calls. I'm glad I got in here first. My last question is, because you said that basically with the defense they flip-flopped. The D-line last year was fire. The secondary was trash. This year, secondary A1, D-line okay. I really. And this is what I saw different. Maybe you could tell me. The only thing I liked a little bit, the first couple of plays is where the D-line was showing blitz, but then they dropped two back. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, is there like a confusion thing, or you think that they should just go back to the old way of just blitzing all? Because they had like 5 in the box or whatever, and it looked like they was going blitz, but then when the play started, 2 would drop back and they would only like rush 3. Like the first couple of plays.
I absolutely love it, because listen, it's all about breaking tendencies. That's the thing where you as a coach, you want to get to a point where you're breaking your tendencies. And what I mean by that is that if I know if because that's how football really is you try to be like, okay, third and short or third and long, they usually do this. That's all analytics is. They usually do this. They usually do that. So you want to be able to break your tendency in that factor and be like, oh my God, I didn't expect them to do that. And that's what Jackson State did. Now when you go into and you're scouting this game, right? Because you officially don't know anything tendencies about until about 3 or 4 games in. But when you go back and scout this game, you now have on tape that Jackson State is willing to drop. You have on tape that Jackson State is willing to drop 4, 5, 6, off the line to go in coverage. So now you have to be cognizant of, okay, how are we going to attack this? Who are we going to run at? Are we going to stay true to the run? Are we going to throw like that? That's what makes it so good, because they've shown you a variety of defenses, but they can bring, and they can always go back and revert to that 6-man double A gap blitz, or they can go and drop 3, drop 7 or 8 in the coverage. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of being versatile, because you can't hone in on one thing.
Right. And this is my last question. Do you think if Fam committed to the run more, that maybe it would have been a different type of game if they committed a little bit more to the run?
Who?
Fam.
If Fam committed, okay, let me tell you, if Fam committed to the run, it would have been a closer game, because they would have controlled the clock. You know what I'm saying? So because with air raid, you're scoring so fast that now it's like playing with the Golden State Warriors, right? When you play the Golden State Warriors, you don't play them at their pace, because you can't keep up with them. You have to dictate the pace on your own. That's why you have to stay consistent with running the ball. Even if you're getting 2 yards, 3 yards, it's okay, because you have to keep them honest. But you can't just say, you know what, F it, we're going to throw this thing around the yard, and then think like this secondary is not legit. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I think Musa had some looks, but a lot of stuff was confusing, man. I think it was a good game for Jack State. I don't take nothing away from Sam. I mean, I think they got some stuff that they got to work on, but I think our real test going to be when we play Tennessee State. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we put up what we put up on Tennessee State, we might be on to something. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, get the likes up. 1,000-something people in here. We better have 1,000-something likes. Get these likes up.
Hey, appreciate it, bro. Hey, appreciate the call as always, TG.
All right, man.
Let me go. 1027. That was a member. Yeah, so let me go ahead. Hey, caller, you live talking to me. Hello?
Hey,
yeah, what's
can you
up?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, man, this is Jermaine. I'm calling from Fort Stewart, Georgia. How you doing, man?
Talk to me. Oh, what's that? Fort Stewart? Yeah. That's military. Yeah. I like that. That's was infantry base? Yeah, infantry.
Hey, man.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm an engineer, man.
Oh, go ahead.
The line. I know anything would be better than last year. What was your take on what you saw out there today?
Defense.
I know they were holding a lot.
Defensive
I
offense.
know they were holding a lot.
Defensive offense.
No, offense.
Offense. Listen, I expected a lot more from Gentle Hunt. I gotta give credit to Zach. The center. He held his own against Gentle Hunt. I gotta give him mad credit and kudos. I think the tackles did an okay job for what it was. I mean, I think if you really go back and watch, they probably had about 7 or 8 holding calls that they didn't get called on them. And I'm telling you, like every time Shador popped out to the left, you like that tackle. The tackle was literally grabbing the guy's shoulder pad and holding him in. So they missed about 6 or 7 holding calls. But listen, I think they held their own. But this is what the issue is for me when it comes to fam. Like, it was just the base defense. Like you didn't really do anything exotic. You didn't twist. You didn't stunt. You didn't do any of that. So you didn't really challenge their communication. Literally, where you lined up at is how you rushed. That's not making up. But that has nothing to do with JSU. They did their own thing. You know what I'm saying? That's blaming FAMU. JSU's O-line came to play. They did what they needed to do to win the game.
Did you see that pass interference call in the corner of the end zone?
It was definitely offensive. That was my take when I first saw it. It's either a no call or it's offensive in my personal opinion. But
man, he punched him. That was a big old shot. Oh man.
Yeah. I just left it.
Hey man, thank you.
No problem, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, that one kind of. I was like, what the world's going on? Did you put another member, babe, or no? Okay. I'ma go Rocky. Okay. Hey, what's up, Rock? You live?
Hey, what's up, my brother? This is Rock, man. Hey, man, I agree with your analysis of the game, but you're missing one important element.
What's up?
What Jackson State really did was they got Cole Kelly, spray tanned him, and put him in number 2. That's what they did.
For you said they got
that was a spray tan Cole Kelly, and it looked just like Jackson State. FAMU's last game last year.
Yeah.
They made the secondary look the same way it did. They made the defensive line look the same way it did. It was no different. They picked FAMU apart, and shame on FAMU for coming out with the same defense they used against Cole Kelly.
Absolutely.
That's basically what I saw. Now, here's the deal, and this is what, and I'm finna get on some HBCU football. On 90% of the games you play in HBCU, that's a strategy that can be effective because most of the quarterbacks cannot execute at the level that the Black Cole Kelly did today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're going to get balls that are tipped and caught. You're going to get balls thrown right at DBs. You understand me? As long as you can avoid the big play, HBCU quarterback play, from what I've seen, doesn't execute at a high level. And if you can just keep them on the field, they eventually give you the ball or make a mistake. They're just going to end the drive. And so I just wanted to say that you can say you had a bad plan, but that plan going to work in 90% of the SWAC games, bro.
Ooh, that's real. That's real. I get what you're saying.
I ain't gonna stay on long, man, but hey, you're doing a great job. Say, hey, and I'm like my man who just got off, man. Get them goddamn lights up, man.
Man, appreciate it, Rock. Appreciate you so much, man. I see the bishop on the line. Let me get the bishop here. I see he's on the line. What's going on, Bishop?
Scotty, Offscript. I spent $3,000 goddamn dollars to impress a black woman. Thick 49. I'm here with Dr. D. He got thick 51. We in a Tesla that don't even got to take no gas, and we got our ass whooped.
Yeah.
We got our ass whooped. I cannot bring people all the way from the Midwest and pay $3,000 and get our ass whooped.
No, sir.
I told this young lady, thick 49, I said, yo, you going to come down here, you going to see the March of 100, you going to see us play good football, and we going to win this game. It was 21-0, and thick 49 said, what the hell happened? Now, Scotty, you understand, money ain't free out here. Now, you know the bishop got money, but we ain't got that much money to get our ass whooped that bad. So let me just roll this back for everybody, because I acknowledge who we are. Now, I'm sitting up here with Dr. D in a goddamn Tesla because he got a goddamn electric car because he went to Howard instead of getting some gas car waiting to go to a FAMU thing. Now, we sit there and wait 30 minutes, and I got to think about my ass getting whooped. Now I got Thick 49 who went to University of Wisconsin. She went to a PWI, Scotty.
Ooh. She said they wouldn't have got
She
me
was
that
like,
bad.
when we play Michigan, we don't even get our ass whooped that bad. When we play Ohio State, we don't even get that ass whooped that bad. Man, Scotty, it was so bad. The FAMU band, she was like, ain't your band supposed to be there for the fourth quarter? She went to a PWI, Scotty. And even she knew we got our ass whooped. So here's the thing. It's a couple of questions we got to ponder. Y'all do know there was a football game supposed to play today, right? FAMU. And you do know that the shit was on ESPN too. And Isaiah Land, you had one sack, and you wanted to sue FAMU, talking about you wanted to play the game, and your ass had one sack and like 3 tackles. So why you gonna sue FAMU for that, bro? You could have just sat out for 2 games. See, I don't run from the truth, Scotty. You know I don't run from the truth.
No.
Scotty, I flew Thick 49 down from Milwaukee to Miami. Do you know how much money that cost me? Now, I want you to understand something. Do y'all understand how much money that cost me to show out? I go to FAMU.
And he was in the suite.
We were in a suite. And when you buy a suite, Scotty, you don't get the drinks for free. You got to pay for the drinks, too.
Oh, my suite, the suite that my girl was in, she didn't have to pay for her drinks, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, see, we had to pay for. Thick 49 ate some chicken nuggets, she ate some salad, she had some Pepsi, and we got our ass beat 59-3. Do you understand that the money I spent for her to fly back? I'm sitting there counting them checks, bro. Cause you know the bishop counting them pennies. Even though I got money, I still got to count, bro. Do you think I got my return on investment today?
Oh man,
we didn't get our return on. Everybody from FAMU did not get their return on investment, bro. People in Jackson don't have water, and they beat our ass. People in Jackson right now, when they go back, they can't take a hot shower. And they beat our ass 59-3.
Oh, man.
So listen, I'm just saying to all my FAMU folks, we have to respect what we saw today. Jackson State played very well. I'm sitting in a goddamn Target parking lot waiting for a goddamn Tesla because a motherfucker from Howard got a Tesla to get a car with gas. Because see, people from FAMU would have got a car with gas. But see, Howard people got to get a Tesla. And we listen to your show, Scotty, and all I got to hear is FAMU got their ass whooped. And I'm waiting for the charge to come. The car ain't going to be charged for another 45 minutes. And you know what I got to hear? We got our ass whooped.
Hey, Bishop.
He say, listen, Scotty. He say, listen, he say we got 200 miles, and them 200 miles still mean we still got our ass whooped.
Boy,
200 miles when he take me back to Tallahassee.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Bishop.
Scotty, it was so bad that the FAMU band went home for 5 minutes and came back. They left. Scotty, what is going on? Now, I'm a rattler.
It was going the fourth quarter.
Scotty, they left. I'm a rattler. I looked to the left of me, and I see not one person had a goddamn March 100 uniform on in the fourth quarter. Because we were getting our ass whooped so bad. So I'm going to give respect to Jackson State University. I'm going to give respect to the city of Jackson. They ain't got no water. Because them folks was like, we want to stay in Miami all weekend because we can at least take a shower.
Wow.
And they whooped our ass. And they whooped our Scotty. We played in the University of North Carolina. Did we not play University of North Carolina last week?
Yeah.
A Power 5 school. We scored 24 points. How in the hell do you not only score 3 points? And I'm going to ask a question to all my people that listen to the show. There's 1,000 people that listen to the show. Why in the hell is Rashawn McCain in the game with 4th and 1?
No. Not Mr. Okay. No. That can't be you. That can't be you.
That's gonna be me because I'm still waiting on this charge for another 40 goddamn minutes because I can't leave Target. So that is me. I'm in Target parking lot in the goddamn Tesla, and CBS was box Chevy in 1985 would have been at the goddamn after party where I'm supposed to be at with FAMU. But I got to sit in the Target parking lot for 40 minutes in the Tesla because people from Howard want to be fancy. So yeah, that is me. Why the hell is Rashawn McKay in the game? That's what we want to know, Scotty. Scott, listen, I'm gonna say this real quick. I flew Thick 49 down to Miami, Florida, to see the Florida A&M Rattlers play Jackson State University, and we got our ass whooped. Do you think Thick 49 is gonna come to any game ever again?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
You gonna come in the game?
Scott, now you know Thick 49. See, there was a difference between Thick 22 and Thick 49. Thick 49 got degrees. Thick 49 got goddamn benefits. Thick 49 got paid shit. She came down here. She went to a PWI. She went to the University of Wisconsin. 8,000 white folks. She came down to Miami, Scotty, to see Florida get their ass beat by 50. Now, Scotty, do you think my night gonna end well?
You better hope it does.
Do you really think that my night is going? Now, Scotty, you know the bishop, right? Do you think I'm gonna lay hands tonight?
Bye, Bishop, because you wildin'. That boy wildin'. All right, hey, 9868 coming to you. Hey, caller, you lot talking to you. All right, hang it up on you because you sound like you knocked out. We gonna take a quick commercial break. All right, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you like the stream. All right, be right back.
Get your pickup orders at the same time as your prescriptions at Walgreens.
If you're searching online for high-quality premium cigars, look no further than slowburnwaco.com. Slow Burn is a black-owned, consistent, customer-centric cigar retailer with dope-ass cigars, featuring boutique brands and a wide variety of well-known brands.
When you order at slowburnwaco.com, Keisha and Rocky Miller will ensure that your cigars are carefully inspected before they are packaged, making sure your order arrives on time and in the best condition. So make your next move your best move and order some sticks at slowburnwaco.com.
Make sure you, Jackson State, make sure you smoking on that FAMU pack. Get you a cigar, get your sticks, okay? Get your sticks. Go smoke on that FAMU pack. You deserve it. All right. Let me bring up this quote from Coach Simmons off the ONG strike zone. He says, "It was probably my worst coaching job in my 18 years of doing this." Listen, sir. Listen. It was the worst coaching job of your life. I don't listen. I don't care. I'm starting that to you when you was 5. Because you played football. You played at Clemson. So all the years it was the worst thing you've ever done in football. Not just coaching, sir. Oh, no. I wouldn't even let you get away with that. No. Listen, ever since you picked up the football, this was the worst thing you did since football. Use the Offscript TV promo code to get your FAMU smoking packs from Slow Burn. Offscript TV gets you 20% off your FAMU packs. All right. This was the worst thing you've done since you picked up a football, sir. Oh, I am not letting you go off. Oh, it's been my worst coaching job of 18 years. Southeast Louisiana was the worst coaching job of 18 years. This ass whooping was the worst thing you've done since picking up a football. I want to be very clear. I want to be very clear about that. See the difference? See the difference? Losing to Southeast Louisiana the way you did was your worst coaching job in 18 years. losing to Jackson State the way you just did on national television, getting your butt whooped was the worst thing you've ever done since picking up a football. Two different things. All right, Coach Green coming to you. And then Dre coming to you. Hey, caller, you loud, talk to me.
Hey, is Judge Smoke available? Somebody need to be sued.
I don't know, man.
Is he? Do he got some openings on his dock?
I think he's on vacation right now, but he should be opening pretty soon.
Because, man, what happened out there is like child abuse.
Man,
because why would you send McKay out there? It's like DT all of a sudden say, "Oh yeah, we got to get him." It's like they went after him different when soon they put him out there.
Listen, that's
what was they thinking about? Why would you put McKay out there?
I don't use this word a lot because when I use it, I feel like a cartoon. But Rashawn McKay and the word calamity just go so well together. You know, like every time I see Rashawn McKay, the word calamity just pops into my mind, and I think of like, you know, Road Runner, you know, with Meep, and then he falls and all. Like all I see is like all the cartoons, like the Elmer Fudd, the people who just can't get the main character. That's what I think about Rashawn. That's what comes into my head every time I see Rashawn McKay.
Hey, was it me? Is it me or was it? It's like when they saw him, they were like, "Oh yeah, we remember you," and just went after him different or something.
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
Because you know, last year he just like dropped the ball when he saw all them people coming at him, and all of a sudden he fumbled. He did the exact same thing.
All right, go.
Soon he got in. I knew what they was trying to do, but he overthinking.
Well, from what I was told, it was supposed to be a run play, and he passed it. So you know, that's just that's what I was told. But you know,
man, yeah, and you might have to get Smoke on Judge Smoke back on the dock, man. You might find out what's going on, man, because somebody need to be sued.
Somebody, anybody, Lottie Dottie. First of all, we need.
Hey, my last thing that I've done. Hey, bro,
what's up?
Did they do you like you did them at South Carolina State?
Nah. I was blessed. The section that I was sitting in didn't know me. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was blessed. The people sitting around me didn't know me, you know what I'm saying? But when I was walking out, you had people like, "Hey, Scotty, hey, you know, all that. When's your post game show?" You had all that when I was leaving. But when I was sitting there, nobody really knew who I was. So I was like, thank God, you know what I'm saying? Because this is getting really ugly really quick.
Yeah, thank God, dog. Because I was worried about you for a second. Because I remember you posted that. Yeah, I'm sitting in enemy territory.
And the funny thing, I was sitting in the section. So Ken Clark was all the way at the bottom, right? And then Zoe was all the way at the top. So I was in between probably the two biggest JSU fans. Like, I'm just talking about section-wise, you know what I'm saying? So I was in between two of them jokers, you know what I'm saying? And I saw Francis, you know what I'm saying? He didn't acknowledge himself, but I saw Francis, Swag Buzz, Francis. And and I saw him. So I saw all the JSU people, you know what I'm saying? So me and Zoe, we talked football, and you know, Ken came up to me, we talked some football as well. So you know what I'm saying? It was what it was, but they didn't know me, so I was blessed. I was blessed and highly favored.
SU waiting on you though. SU waiting on you.
Who?
SU.
Man, bye.
Southern.
Man, bye. Bye. Call it. Hey. Listen, you know, I want to listen, man. I want to give you guys something. I had been sitting over here thinking on the whole ride, right? On the whole ride over, how I was like, what is FAMU's new song? What is FAMU's new song? Like, what could I do to really impact and like get the essence of what they just did? And then this song hit me, and this is the song I got for them. So all the FAMU, you know, Pastor Vic called and said, "It's something about the name Moose." You know, he did all that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna remix that a little bit. I'm gonna give you know the Bad Boy remix.
Trans, epic, trans,
auto sniper,
trans, in this game,
Trash. That's the new jam. That's the new jam. If you ain't heard it, that's my dude. I'm gonna run it back. Listen, this is the DJ drop. Like Master Flex in New York. This that new heat. Nobody got this exclusively here on Offscript. The new jam for FAMU is
Trans, epic, trans,
Auto sniper.
trans,
This game trash. Oh, trash. That's a hit. That's a hit right there. That's a hit. Dre, coming to you. Hey, Dre, you live.
Hey, what's up, man? I think the difference, the one thing I noticed, is the secondary is a lot more opportunistic, than last year. Like this year, it seemed like Dion put an emphasis on, hey, I need some takeaways. So even the one that Herman Smith dropped, he still had the opportunity. Jesus. It was in his hands too.
Jesus.
It seemed like they only, I think on ESPN, they said they went at Travis twice and didn't even look his way, really.
Listen, man. Okay, go ahead, finish your point.
But I wanted to ask you, what was the biggest shock outside of the score? What was the one thing that you didn't expect?
The one thing I didn't expect was I didn't expect. Oh, that's a good question. I didn't expect the offense to look so efficient. Like that was the biggest thing. For, like it wasn't. It was just the regiment of it. Like it just as it got going. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, this is gonna get ugly really quick. I knew it because it was just too regimented. It was too easy. Like you're just because the guy sitting next to me, he knew who I was. He said, "What's up, Scotty?" So he's talking. I'm literally calling out. I'm like, "Oh, he about to go to number one. He about to go to," because I can just see it from the leverage. It's too easy to read. Like I'm like, "Oh, he's going to number one right here. Oh, he's going to go to number 4. Oh, he's going to go to number 2." Oh, because Shedeur is a great pre-snap reader. So all he needs is for you to sit and show him what you're in. Oh, it's easy money. Because I'm seeing the same thing he's seeing. I'm like, yo, this is easy. If you give Shedeur time and you don't give him nothing exotic or different to kind of get to make him think like, okay, are they really doing that or what? Because what a pre-snap read tells you is like, okay, if everything is what it is, that's where I'm going with the ball. When you hike it and you look and you see somebody drop or cover that read, that's when you start going through your progressions. You get what I'm saying? So it was just how like pinpoint he was about where to go with the ball and the right decision every single time. And the best thing about this offense is that they weren't looking for the big play. Like I cannot stress that enough. When you do it the right way, you lull people to sleep and then you go over their head. That's what was so beautiful about it. But go ahead.
Yeah. Also, it seemed like when they got their hands on Shedeur, they didn't get him down much. Like he avoided a lot, Yeah. He avoided a lot, and I think FAMU panicked once they got down 14-0. Like I think they panicked and they didn't really want to run the ball, and they was like, "Well, we down 14-0. We're gonna see what Musa could do." And it seemed like Musa, once he got touched up a little bit, kind of was shook.
I see, and BJ said the same thing, and I don't think he was shook, right? I think he just didn't trust it because the reason he was scared is because the plays were so basic. Like, I mean, they were high school ass plays, like for real. And you can't run people got to understand what Jackson State does. Like, you're talking about top level corners at every line. So you got Travis, you got Zay, you got Wiggins, you got and I think, if we're being honest, I think Kevin Wiggins had a really good game. And to me, I thought he would be the weakest link. So they all had a really good game.
A great game.
So this is my thing, right? When you're going at Travis, one, you got to make Travis tackle. You got to make Travis tackle. That's numero uno. So that means doing a toss sweep to him. You got to make him fight through blocks. You got to make him be a DB outside of just swatting the ball down. You got to make him want to hit and attack somebody. That's numero uno. Number two, Jackson State is a high pursuit team. You have to get them with misdirection. So this is what you could have done. Here you go, Coach Simmons. You can have this one for free, right? What they should have done is gone like a trips right? And you want to do a wide receiver screen, right? But you fake it. Why do you fake it? Because because they're playing press man. So what happens with press man? Once they see a screen coming, what do? They try to shoot the gap.
They're going to come. They'll go down here.
They're going to try to shoot the gap. So you fake the stock block and you try to throw the wheel behind it. Now, when you tell Musa this, Musa, do not wait till you see him open. Throw it to the gap. Right? Because if you wait too late, that gives Gregory greater time, or whoever the safety was, it gives the safety too much time to get over top. You want to hit the gap and then let the receiver catch it and then move. That's how you got to catch Jackson State off guard. You have to hit him with a lot of misdirection, double moves, like fake the quick screen and then go up, like pump it, fake the quick screen, go. Like that's the type of stuff you have to do. You cannot, listen, Travis Hunter has seen so much good talent. You can't just simply run a slant route on Travis Hunter. That just doesn't work. He's just that good. He's played against top level guys on 7-on-7 and all that type of stuff. He's not worried about your little receivers. And once again, FAMU, talk to your damn recruiting coach about getting somebody over 5'10". You got to stop getting these little ass guys. Like you need some 6'5", 6'6" receivers that can go help your quarterback catch a jump ball. Jesus freaking Christ. All right. I'm sorry, Dre. Go ahead. I'm taking over your call. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You good. I mean, I felt the same way about FAMU's DBs. I mean, you have Bolo on hooks. FAMU needs to have a standard for their DBs. Like I heard Nick Saban say this, and I heard Deion say this. For their cornerbacks, they got to be at least 5'11". If you're not 5'11",
can't do nothing with
I can't recruit you. No matter how good you are, there's enough corners that's 5'11", 5'11" and above. And I agree with you on offense. Zay was non-existent. I mean, part of that's on the quarterback, part of that is on you got folks guarding him. So, that was the one. Also, it was good that they was able to make a field goal. They got a kicker, and he kicked it once, but hey, that's the only opportunity he had gotten.
Yeah, and you not listen, cool. even those extra points matter, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to them for finding the guy.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, because they were shaking that. They were shaking that last year.
Facts. Anything else, Dre?
Appreciate it, man. Nah, I'm good.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. Hey, Dre. I know you're gonna jump back on here later. Don't act like we gonna let you. We know you're a North Carolina A&T Aggie. We ain't gonna let you out the hook either. We ain't gonna let your Bama stuff off the hook either. We gonna come for you next week. I'm coming for you next week too. Mr. 23297 coming to you. Hey, Mr. Reese, before you go, from here on out, hold on. Let me mute you real quick. I'm gonna come back to you real quick, Mr. Reese. From here on out, I'm about to add my timer because I got a lot of people on the call lines and I gotta get through. And I don't think it's fair for people, who called in, they don't get time to speak. So I'm gonna add a timer. You're gonna get 5 minutes. You better say your piece and get up out of here. All right, go. You're good, Mr. Reese, because I haven't had my timer yet, but you're good. Go ahead.
Hey there, Scotty. Hey, man, I just wanted to mention, first of all, I want to take the utmost respect from Mr. Campbell. He called in and took it, and he gave the issue that is sick. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Do you think, let me say this. When I saw North Carolina give up 60 points to App State yesterday, I was like, So I think what I learned is sometimes we can overvalue wins and undervalue losses. And when you started seeing some of the scores coming in yesterday from some of the Power 5 blowouts and some other blowouts, I think I started putting a little bit of these first games in context, and I don't think you can really evaluate teams on wins and losses until after about 3 games. With that being said, do you think it helped? Do you think it hurt FAMU not having any film on Jackson State's new offense and helped JSU just to get a weaker film on FAMU's offense from playing North Carolina? Because it seems like with FAMU playing that first game, it may have been a benefit to JSU, where Jackson State what FAMU never seen fans. I mean, JSU's new offense. They had never seen Shador in that offense. And when I looked at the game starting and I saw the offense, I'm like, man, this is totally different. This is a totally different offense, and there's going to be some problems for FAMU. At least that's how it appeared to me. What do you think about that, Scotty?
I don't think, if I'm being 100%, I don't trust Ryan Smith to have done anything different, even if he had seen what Jackson State was bringing. I don't trust, because listen, I said this last year, FAMU does not blitz. That's just not their thing. They do not blitz, and they think they're that good. When I kept telling people Isaiah Land should not have been the FCS Defensive Player of the Year, and he keeps making my point. I keep saying that, but anyway. So I don't trust the defensive coordinator. I really don't. And see, the thing about Jackson State, and I think maybe it would have helped Willie out just a little bit, but at the end of the day, they were still going to run man. They were still going to go man to man. So what real difference were you going to see from Jackson State?
So
you're listening. You're listening to me. Don't listen to the background. Listen to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay. So I want to say this. So do you think the best strategy, going forward with Scotty, concerning Jackson State, is with the elite cornerbacks that they have, that you have a physical run game to first control the clock, to force the cornerbacks to tackle, and not get a cornerback so many opportunities to make plays, and also to keep the offense off the field? Because it seems like if you try to play Jackson State like you did last year, there's going to be some issues with the way this offense is looking and with the way their secondary looks. I do think teams will play them a little better as they get more film. This was the first game. I think once you get 2 or 3 games in, I'm not saying that you're going to lose to anybody, but I think teams will play them better as they get a little more film on offense. What are your thoughts about that?
All right, appreciate the call. I'm going to answer your call. I'm gonna answer your question. So yes, anything. Okay, so as film gets out, you get more and more tendencies. Okay, so what does Shador like to go on 3rd and 4? He likes to throw to Kevin Coleman. Where does he like to go on 1st and 10? He likes to go here. What does Brett Bartolone like to call on 2nd and 5? He likes to do this. So as film comes out, you get more and more tendencies. The issue with that is this. The issue with what you're saying is if Shador keeps going the way he's going, where he's hitting 9, 10, 11 people in a game, that tendency crap is over because you got to guard the whole field. The issue is you got to get pressure, and you cannot be freaking 10 yards off the ball. I am so sick of seeing that in SWAC football. Stop playing wide receivers 10 yards off the ball. Who keeps teaching you that crap? Horrible ass defensive coordinators, man. 2156 coming to you. Timer is on. Caller, you live. Timer's on.
Hey, Scotty, you all right, man?
Man, I'm so sick of seeing DBs play 10 yards off. It just freaking kills me. And listen, if you get on here talking about some Heisman talk about Shador, I'm gonna hang up on your ass, because I know once I saw 409, I know you called in the Blue Show earlier talking about some Blue. You think Shador can win the Heisman? Say Heisman on here one time. I ain't Blue. Say Heisman on here one time, I'm hanging up on you. But go ahead.
Hey, can we at least snapshot what you just said in the event? All right. So hey, listen, check it out. You checked on Kofi today? How Kofi doing?
He texted me. He doing okay. He's still living. He not on suicide watch. He's still living. Go ahead.
Kofi gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Man, so I think next week gonna be the test. Tennessee State, they run the ball. You know, that's Eddie George forte. So I don't think Eddie George is going to get caught up in the run and gun. Obviously, he's not going to be able to keep up the firepower that Jackson State is presenting, and he's going to have to play ball control football. So that's going to be to me, that's going to be the gauge on next week. Now, if they go to Tennessee or Tennessee comes to, I don't know who's playing, who's the home team next week.
It doesn't really
matter.
Either way, it's a neutral site. It doesn't matter.
Okay, neutral site. Okay, cool. So either way, if Jackson State dominates Tennessee State, man, I heard what you were saying earlier about they wasn't going to run through the swag, but Scott, I don't see how this, barring injuries, or barring the impact of this water crisis. Because you can't, I mean, they have to go back home.
Yeah.
Right. They can't stay in hotels the whole football season. So hoping and praying that doesn't derail their season. But those are actual factors, right? Outside of football, because it's pure entertainment. This is what we do, in our spare time.
Yeah.
The reality of it is the city of Jackson is actually going through a real life crisis. And it's not going to be an overnight fix. So, hopefully, prayerfully, that doesn't necessarily have an impact on what these guys are trying to do, because I think between Dion, Shador, the coaching staff, hats off to that coaching staff, man. People can say whatever they want to say about the offensive line. I'm not even sure they that improved, but the offensive plays that was called put the whole offense in position. I don't, every now and then Shador do a drop back, but for the most part, it was rollouts, it was misdirections, it was an awesome offensive game plan.
Absolutely.
So again, I think next week is going to be the gauge, and if they run through Tennessee State, listen, look out. Thanks, man.
No problem. Appreciate the call. I agree with him. I mean, I don't agree with him on the Heisman talk, but I absolutely agree with him that Tennessee State is the barometer at this point. I don't know what Campbell's going to be. I still think Southern has a good chance of winning this game because I just think what they're bringing on defensively, they got the DBs, I think they got the defensive mindset to do that. But listen, man, as you play more and more games, you start picking away at that offense of what can do. But the defense to me is you got to trust a quarterback that can make throws, or you have to have an offensive coordinator that can scheme up open concepts and open routes. You can't listen that line them up, punch them up in the mouth stuff that doesn't work all the time. You're not the best guy on the field all the time. All right. They got talent over there. So you got to be smarter than that. 4144 coming to you. Timer's on.
What's going on, Scotty? It's Monty calling from Detroit.
What's up, Monty? Talk to me.
Hey, what do you think about? You think Shador going to be on target to hit that 30 touchdown and that 4,000 yards this season?
Man, listen. He started off really good. You got 11 games. If he goes 350 for the rest of these games, that you're crossing that 4,000 mark. So I don't put it past them. Hopefully, like when I really start looking at the schedule, I start looking at coaching at this point, right? It's not even a talent anymore. It's just really coaching. I'm like, okay, I'm like, Alcorn, gotta respect McNair. He's making me respect him because he just keeps doing it even without, what you think he should have. The Stephen F. Austin game was a thriller, but so I'm looking at Alabama State. I don't trust their coaching. Look at Bethune-Cookman. I kind of trust their coaching with Terry. I look at Alabama A&M. Definitely don't trust their defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Southern. I like Dooley's offense. I don't know what the defense is going to look like until, we'll see what they look like against LSU and going forward. Grambling, don't nobody know what them Bamas look like. You know what I'm saying? Or what they're going to look like with coaching aspect. I think Cedric Thornton is a good coach, and I think if he can get his system in place, and the kids can pick it up, I think he might be a formidable opponent, defensively. But, it's really going to come down to coaching. I really don't think that, Jackson State has all the talent in the world at DB. They got a high level talent at receiver. I just think they got some good guys. Like they got competent guys that can make plays. Dallas, Kevin, Shane. There's no, you don't have a Xavier Gibson. You don't have those top level FCS wide receivers that you're just like, nobody can stop this kid. I don't think they have that. But I do think they have competent guys who can all make plays and make them dangerous. My bad. I should have paused your time. Go ahead. What's your next question?
The other thing is, you said this before, and I got to agree with you. Shador has to be the slowest, fastest player on the field. Or is it just his pocket presence? Did he know when to take off and run? And it does seem like he's running in slow motion. But I'm just wondering, is it his pocket present being now just a sophomore that he seems pretty good when the pocket is breaking down, how to get out. And I noticed he was looking to still try to make that pass, that check down.
Man, listen, I'll tell you this, and people, I hope people remember this play. The best ball by Shador. See, people see the touchdown. The best ball by Shador was the pass he did to Dallas. He was rolling right. started backpedaling, threw it to Dallas like in the middle of the field, and Dallas broke a tackle and got like 15 yards. That was the best pass of the freaking night. It was, I'm like, and a guy was like barreling down on Shedeur. Like, that is high level quarterbacking right there. Like he's a good quarterback. Like, you can't take away from him. It's just at the end of the day, he has so much talent around him. He just makes it look easy, man. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, you still got to make the throws, but man, he got some talent around. But that throw was, I mean, immaculate. Go ahead.
And last but not least, we've been sending water up to Flint. I'm gonna send a couple cases down to Jackson this week.
Oh, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Thank you for the support for the channel and for Jackson. Appreciate you, man. Going to another caller. Wait, coming. Oh, no. I'm gonna go David because I know David's a member. David, 8945 coming to you, and then Wait coming to you next. All right, David, you live. Timer starting now.
All right, man. I want to put out an APB on a Jeremy Musa, on an Xavier Smith, on an Isaiah Land, on a BJ Bowler. I want to put out an APB on a Willie Simmons. I also want to put out an APB on a Gentle Hunt and Ryan Smith. Where was they at today? I did not see it. I was watching the game from work while I was working. Yes, I was watching the game on my phone. They didn't show me nothing what they did last weekend when they played North Carolina. Defense, oh my God. Dennis Thurman must got in their ass today because he told the defense to go, if they mama out there, hit them, take the ball away, and score touchdowns, because that's what the type of defense you're supposed to have right there. Just dominate. And that's what we were supposed to say last season, from the game from last year. But what do you think about the chances about Travis getting in the game as far as playing offense for next week?
For what? Like, if I'm being honest, there's literally no need. Like, you don't even want to put him up to injury like that, because I know he's still kind of dealing with the ankle, whatever, but you don't even want him to try to get injured. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to listen, man. I've played football. I played football in college. I've played football. Like, if they know you're the guy and they have an opportunity to hit you, like, let's not be, if anybody's played football, you understand what goes on at the bottom of that pile. Like, you don't want nobody to gator roll his ankle. You don't want nobody to, know, like, try to, elbow and stuff like that. Because listen, I got punched in the ribs. Let's not play these games. Like, we understand what happens at the bottom of a football pile, and anything goes when you at the bottom of a football pile. So I wouldn't even try to put him in that predicament to even think about getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I wouldn't do that. Right.
Yeah, and then they were superb in all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. Yeah, Herman Smith could have had that pick, but he'll atone for his mistake, for his bobble, and he blocked the punt and got the touchdown. Basically, man, this was an all out lesson learned, and just keep your mouth shut.
Who?
For FAMU, I mean, Jackson State, give him a lesson about all the haters. Keep your mouth shut.
I mean, listen, man. If we're being honest, like, Jackson State last year put one complete game together, and that was against Alabama A&M. So I'm not saying that this is last year, but I'm saying, like, this is they came out the gate, they played a complete game. You know what I'm saying? That's great. Now, can we see them do it at week 2? Can we see them do it in week 3? Can we see them do it in week 4? You know what I'm saying? I just want to be, I'm not saying this wasn't a great performance, because it absolutely was. But you gotta listen. It's only 1-0. At the end of the day, this wasn't for the SWAC championship. This is 1-0. You know what I'm saying? But they do have the talent to go as far as they want to go. But you got to keep putting complete games together.
And my last thing is for the classic for this Saturday is gonna be real interesting, man. And I'm gonna watch it also while I'm at the UNT game. But man, hey, you're doing a good job. You got almost 1,000 people watching the show, over 500 likes. Hey, man, keep it up, bro.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the call, D. All righty. Let me see here. Going to you, Wake. Timer is on. Hey, caller, you live.
What up, Scotty?
What's good?
What up, Scotty? So I had my analysis going on all this weekend, watching the black college football, Grambling, Texas Southern, whatever I could get all of it. And it was so bad, I almost blew his money.
Off the rib, huh? Because you did say 5 games. Yeah,
I bet him that.
Yeah,
five games for $100.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and send them that.
I'm watching. Right. I'm looking at Grambling playing. I'm looking at all these damn games. Damn, this. You remember I put that in the chat yesterday. Swag football is blank. And I'm like, damn. I'm looking at the swag football and I saw what Jackson State was doing. Jackson State looked like they just came out rolling. Now, the one thing that bugged me, I played defensive line even when I was at J-State for the hot second. It was times that FAMU had the defensive linemen 3 or 4 yards off the ball. And I'm like, what the hell is that? The one thing that bugs me, and it's a lot of times you see this, and you might see a few of this in the PWIs or whatever. The defensive linemen for FAMU need to take some aerobic classes during the semester. Yeah. These dudes didn't know what pursuit looked like. They huffing and puffing, ain't no pursuit coming from the defensive line.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. And Deion said, when everybody talked about Jackson State playing Alabama, that they ain't ready because they need some big boys up front. Or you need some big athletic boys up front. And I'm just saying that whole game just bugged me. So much so, I still started to say, hey, Blue, go ahead and take this. So I won't have to worry about giving it to you, but just in case, send it back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just hold it. Don't spend it.
The
Don't
football
spend it. Just hold it.
What did you say?
Don't spend it. Just hold it.
Yeah, just hold it. Hold it. This football, this weekend, the SWAC, it was so damn depressing.
Man.
Now with Tennessee State, they had a good balanced game against EW, but it looked like a balanced game. Now I would say in the third quarter, matter of fact, 2-minute drill Tennessee State. That quarterback for Tennessee State started just throwing shit. I don't even think they even had a 2-minute drill plan. They had a 2-minute scheme. They just started throwing shit. They had plenty of time to come on down the field. Other than that, Tennessee State and Jackson State was probably the best football I saw from the HBCUs this weekend. But it was so bad, I got my little maple rum, my little pineapple in it, and I put my damn ass to sleep. And I got my $100 here on the desk. I want to Blue, send me an address. I don't want to send the cash out, whatever. I'll send it FedEx. Yeah. But that's all I got.
All right, no problem.
Keep the good work up.
Appreciate it, man. Listen, guys, I think overall, do I think that Jackson State is 56 points better than FAMU? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I do think they're about a 2 or 3 touchdown favorite. I think that their offense is just more diverse. I hate to say this, and this y'all gonna get really mad at me, but because a lot of people are like, well, Earl Ray Hubbard started the spread, and Billy Ray Williams started the triple option, and Billy Ray Ford. I get all that. And you're going to hear that from Mr. Ford running his mouth. This guy started this raid, and this guy started this offense, and this guy started this offense. You're going to hear all that, right? But who has mastered it? Who is implementing it? Listen, that white boy has been with Mike Leach and ran that air raid and done that system. He came in, did his thing, and you see just a different mindset of how the offense is ran, right? You see these basic offenses in the SWAC that you're just like, really? Run left, run light, play action, run left, run right, throw it, deep, short, middle, right. There's no, how do you say, there's no innovative, there's no just creativity to it. It's just basic. You know what I'm saying? And what ends up happening is you have a basic ass play caller who has this is what usually happens in a SWAC. You have a basic ass play caller with a basic ass play, and then you have a superstar at a quarterback, and he makes you look so good. And he makes you look out of this world good. That's what ends up happening. 3215 coming to you. Timer is on.
Scotty.
What's up?
I can't believe it.
This is just out of Baltimore. I can't believe what I just saw today. I mean, they were firing on all cylinders.
Facts.
FAMU looked better during the UNC game. I just don't know what happened. It's like they got caught with their pants down or something. I'm at a loss for words right now.
I would be if I was a FAMU graduate, I wouldn't have left that stadium. Willie Simmons would have had to come talk to me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. I would, just like all them alumni members be walking around and I want to meet the coach and I want to do this and I want to shake somebody's hand. Willie Simmons would have had to sit down and be like, bro, what the hell was you thinking today? He would have to explain that to me because I done came all the way to Miami. You know what I'm saying? We done drove 8 hours. Okay, no, I done drove 8 hours. All right, to Miami. We done paid for this suite. We done brought my girl's mom, but she done brought her mom down here. Listen, Key got FAMU gear on. And you embarrassed us like this? Oh no, man. You gonna have to come talk to me.
You sound like Mr. Ford. He called it the Blues Show.
Nah, you gotta come talk to me. And now on Wednesday, I gotta deal with Mike Reed. What? Oh man, you gotta come talk to me. You gonna have to come talk to me. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Oh my God! Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
That's it. Oh, that was it. Let me show you. Let me. You think it's real?
FAMU, there is no explanation, no excuse that you all could possibly develop and give to make me stay on this bandwagon. I thought I made myself clear when I gave my testimony about Alabama A&M coming for their homecoming. And Miami is my favorite, but I came and I brought my peoples down here. And y'all let JSU do all of that. Paris, you do deserve You Can't Stand the Rain. And I'm going to sit here and take it. I'm going to sit here and take it. Can you play it for a bit? Yeah. So, now I don't know if I'm going to head back to Alabama A&M because I saw them the other night. And your girl is not impressed. And listen, the sad thing is I don't know football like that. So y'all hearing me describe what's going on with these plays, it sounds like football hooked on phonics. Okay? I don't look. I be like, babe, I don't know what this is called, but when this happened, they should attack. And the defense, Shedeur is slow. And I don't mean that. I'm not coming for Shedeur like Scott. I'm just saying he is not the fastest thing out there on the field. And every time Musa got that ball, y'all let JSU just run up on him. When Shedeur got that ball, I saw enough time for somebody to go and grab that boy, and y'all just let him tiptoe his way into a touchdown. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Now, I'm going to go, Paris, I said Heaven's call lines are busy now, but I'm going to reach out to Jesus right before the afterglow, and I'm going to see if I get a prayer through for you, sis. But here's the soul.
This is for you, P.
You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the rain. When it starts to fall.
You can't stop the rain. You cannot stop the rain. All right. One. Hey, Coach Green, I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go through all these callers before I come to you first. So you're gonna have to wait for a while. 1127 coming to you. Timer is on. 1127, you live. Hello. 504. All right. 5896 coming to you. You live. Timer's on.
Yo, Scotty.
What's goody? What's your name? Where you calling from?
It's TJ, man.
Talk to me,
out
TJ.
of Jackson.
Talk to me.
All right. I'm gonna say this. Now remember the last show, me and I told you I was like the defensive line wasn't as big as it was last year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it like this. You were right. We got some pressure, but it ain't just how dumb it like it was last year.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this. Like, okay, let me ask you this. Do you prefer
more of a north and south or east and west running back?
I prefer. Okay, so that's a great question. Let me pause this for you, because I'm a boom bop type of guy. So I like the LaShawn McCoys, right? So LaShawn McCoy is actually one of my favorite backs. I like a guy that can shake you, like, okay, like shake you in the hole. He can catch it out the backfield, but he knows how to hit the hole when he sees it. You know what I'm saying? So, but just to answer your question, I prefer a north to south back because just get me yards. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with it. 2-3 yards, I can deal with it. But go ahead.
Yeah, because I said that because I just watched how, the first, second, and third quarter, and just, not saying that the backs didn't do their thing, but I just feel like Jackson State just need to. I like it. What's his name? Savion Wilkerson.
Yeah, the running back.
I liked him. He fits that better because the run, like Santi Marsh, like they so little.
Yeah.
And you be like, I'd be like on that 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, I'm like, I'd rather use Savion back there, you know what I'm saying? Because he get that ball and he hit that hole, and that's what you need, you know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because when they were showing the little clip, and he said that's how you run the ball. I said, yeah. I said, so why you ain't starting? I'm like, because I would start him over, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that Santi Marsh and them is trash or nothing, but he just looked it better to me for that type of offense that they gonna run, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So I was like, man, go ahead.
No, I said that's fair. I get with you. That's fair.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Scotty, man, great show, man. Just keep doing your thing, man.
No problem. Appreciate the call, TJ. Let me see. I'm gonna take a quick commercial break, guys. And then I'm gonna go after that. I'm gonna go 1127 again. All right. I'm gonna take this quick commercial break. 1127.
Get your pickup orders at the same time as your prescriptions at Walgreens.
If you're searching online for high-quality premium cigars, look no further than slowburnwaco.com. Slow Burn is a black-owned, consistent, customer-centric cigar retailer with dope-ass cigars, featuring boutique brands and a wide variety of well-known brands.
When you order at slowburnwaco.com, Keisha and Rocky Miller will ensure that your cigars are carefully inspected before they are packaged, making sure your order arrives on time and in the best condition. So make your next move your best move and order some sticks at slowburnwaco.com.
Make sure you get your cigarettes. Oh, cigars. I'm sorry. Cigars. Make sure you get your FAMU cigars. Jackson State for my boy Slowburn. All right. If you want to get a promotional code, you can use my name, Offscript TV. You get 20% off of your FAMU pack. There you go. You can smoke your winning cigar, your FAMU pack, for 20% off with Offscript Offscript TV is a promo code. Offscript TV, Slow Burn. Okay. Go look them up on Google. Make sure you support. All right. Monday. Afterglow show, 8 to 7 Central. Wednesday, Mike Reed is in the building. The Breakdown. We don't have a time just yet, but make sure, listen, oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't want to go to that. I really don't want to go to that show. Wednesday, Mike Reed, Jackson State faithful and alum will be on the channel as well. All right. 1127 coming back to you. I hope you're by your phone. Timer is on. Go ahead. Hello, 1127. Bro, come on. You got to do better than that. 6928 coming to you. Timer's on. Calling you live.
Scotty.
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Listen. Hey, man. Oh, Cameron calling from North Carolina, man. Completely neutral party, but I'm a big follower of the show. I rock with you heavy. Listen. I've been listening to you last couple of days, last couple of weeks. You know what I'm talking about? It's been real fun. I love the energy leading up to the classic. Boy, listening to you today, boy, you sound like the mad rapper talking about. First of all, let me tell you one man. First of all, who goes and gets the air raid offense? Man, look, You got to keep the same energy, bro. Them boys look outstanding today. We ain't going to talk about nothing last season. We ain't talking about nothing. Oh, they put together one complete game last season, bro. Last season don't matter.
That's true,
It's
though.
a new team.
It's true,
But
though.
we got to talk about what they did today.
But it's true,
the
though.
defense looked crazy.
Is that not true?
What's true?
I'm asking a question. Is that not true? You put the game one together, one complete game last year. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just because you just like you want me to keep the same energy. I need you to answer questions. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. They put together one complete game last season. They had some very outstanding drives, stout defense, offensively, some good drives, and some inconsistency all last season. But what does that have to do with today? Offensive game plan completely different. Wide receivers completely different. The run game looked crazy today. The offensive line performed much better today. Shador looked way more composed and consistent through the entire game. And the defense, with all new faces, looked nuts. Especially with Mr. Musa. What's your what was the church song your boy was saying?
Something about the name Musa.
Something about the name Musa.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we ain't seen none of that today. None of that today.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question because you're just talking, but you're not really hitting anything. So my point is this, right? Do you not have to be consistent over a season? These are yes or no questions. I really try to keep them simple for people. So I'm gonna just ask you this: do you have to be consistent throughout the season? That's a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. So my thing would be: are you? Wait.
May I ask a question back to you?
Go ahead.
Are we reacting to Jackson State season today, or just reacting to the game?
We're reacting to the season, but you brought up the fact of what I said last year what I said today about complete game. But that's a fact. Like they only had one complete game today. They had a complete game. So I'm just saying. So listen. You gotta.
I'm gonna ask you again, Scott. I'm asking again, Scotty, because we nuance with our questions here, and you go with words. So I'm asking you again. Are we reacting today to Jackson State's season today? Or the game today? Which one are we reacting to?
I reacted to both because I'm saying listen
or today. It's the same game.
Listen, I reacted to both. If you would listen, I said I gave them credit for today. I said their offense was impeccable. I said it was Montebello Tutti Frutti. I said that was legit. I said also that going forward, I gotta see if they can do it, if they can replicate it again, because last year they only had
cannot be the Alabama
game. They only did it once. If they do it again, then that becomes okay. I'm like, oh, this might be what we're going to see throughout the season. But one complete game does not mean they're going to walk into Tennessee State and have a complete game as well. That's all I'm saying is I got to see more of them having a complete game.
Look, I'll give you that. I just wanted to make sure that we was reacting to today and not talk about nothing from last season. Don't care nothing about last season.
I gave you that. No. I gave when I first started the show, I gave everybody their kudos that deserved to get kudos. Absolutely, because you put on a freaking clinic and schooled FAMU. I would agree with you that, but I would be remiss as a analyst, as people want to call me, which I am, I believe.
Yes, sir. So, by the way, I love the game breakdown the other day.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Outstanding, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, it goes, and I'm gonna break down this game and I'm gonna show you like all the nuances of what, FAMU did wrong and what Jack State did, what Shador and Bartolone did. But, I'm just saying going forward, I need to see a complete game more than just once, to where you're like, okay. This is the real deal.
How many games would you need to see that are not, and we're not talking 59-3.
No. I'm talking like 33-10, like 31-10, something like that. Those to me are complete games. You know what I'm saying? Like of dominating and on every level and factor. I would just say 3. Give me 3 complete games then I can be like, because let's be real. There's going to be certain teams that have your number because they have a strength in the area you're weak. You get what I'm saying? So I understand the nature of the beast, like Tennessee State. They run the ball really well, so maybe the score won't get as high as it was before. Maybe they'll run and pound you to get, or Grambling, maybe their defensive line comes to play and wakes up. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that you're gonna run into teams that have a strength where your weakness is, but over the season, I need to see, because if we're being honest, I didn't see it. Okay, I'm gonna say over this season, since you want to be, over the season, I just want to see more complete games. That's what I'm saying.
Look, and part. I know we can talk a whole lot about all of the rest of the games. I know you said, worst case, it could be 7-4, and it's some teams out there. Hey, man, I think Grambling, low key, if they put it together, hey, Grambling can have something.
A lot
it could be bad.
No, I agree with you. I think like when you see, and I agree with you, because you got to look at the nuances of players. Like, you can't always just say, oh, the team is bad. Well, they have a lot of good pieces. You're just hoping that the coaches put it together and they figure out a way to make it. Because Quintarius Hawkins, as much as people want to talk about him, he's a freaking athlete. Like, if you saw the way that kid can run, he can move. He just can't really throw. Like, you just like, damn, like if you just throw a little bit, like just I mean, God, dog, like can just take the shades off. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think they have, and they have a great running back room. I think they have a good receiver. I just think they got to put it all together. And Arkansas wasn't the team that you wanted to try to do that with. But I think,
hey, good luck to you the next days, boys. Because these Jackson State fans is coming for you the next few days.
It's fine, man. It's fine. Listen, it's fine. I gotta live with it. As much as I will give it to them, I gotta be able to take it. Appreciate the call.
Yes, sir.
All right. So got to be able to. Okay. Let me see. This is my last time. 504-1127. Don't answer this time. I'm blocking you the next time you call. I'm just telling you that right now. Hey, caller, you're live.
Yes. The phone hung up twice on me, so that's why I didn't get a chance. And this is my second time calling back.
Go ahead.
But my question is to you, is that you just asked the guy to do can you win a season not doing a complete game, right? You said Jackson State had one complete game, but they went undefeated in the SWAC, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so when I'm saying that you're contradicting yourself, if you can't win but with one complete game, but you want a SWAC, and then you said that Shedeur Sanders is slower, but Mac Jones is slower to play with Alabama. Who made him the quarterback he was? His receivers, right? So I'm asking you, is that it's good for the Power 5, but it's not good for the SWAC. So I think he's getting better.
What's the question? What's the question? Like you're making random statements, but I'm trying to get to a point. What's your question? Because you're on a timer.
Okay.
So what's the question?
The first question, you said yes. Okay.
Don't worry about the background. Just listen to me. Don't worry about the background. Just listen to me. We're talking on the phone. Just listen to me. So what's the question?
The question is, as a whole, is Jackson? I am.
You're still listening to the background. Stop. Just don't listen to the background. Either turn it off or just listen to me. We're on the phone. Just keep talking.
Okay. What I'm asking you, Jackson State, you gave Jackson State a grade for the offensive line and defensive line, a grade C. And then let
me stop you. I didn't grade the offensive line. I graded the D line, and I graded the D line a C. I didn't grade the offensive line, but go ahead.
Okay, so you said you gave them a C.
I did.
But then a couple just last week, FAMU went up to North Carolina. Everybody was on FAMU, how great they played, and they saying Jackson State ain't played nobody. So what do you say about that right now?
I'm still kind of missing the question. Are you saying? Let me pause this because I really want to understand your question. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I'm really trying to hone in what you're trying to say. Are you saying that they so FAMU plays UNC, they have a good showing, they come down, Jackson State whoops them. What is the question?
So my question is, Why? So Jackson State to you has not gotten better as an overall team. Yes or no?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. So, in your opinion, how far would you say Jackson State will go this year?
I would say they go back to the SWAC championship. I would say that. I would be shocked. I don't know who in the East coaching wise, because to me, Willie Simmons was a great offensive mind. So to me, I'm like, if he is getting out coached that bad, like to me, I'm like, what does that say about everybody else if he's supposed to be the guy? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I don't even look at the talent on the teams anymore. It really comes down to coaching and how they are effective in their in the role that they play. Like how are they holding their defensive coordinators accountable? Are they holding their offensive coordinators accountable? Like that type of situation. Because what I saw Jackson State put on today, if you don't got your stuff together and you don't know and you don't understand how to attack them offensively as well as defensively, you're going to be in a world of trouble, because what they did is not hard to replicate offensively. Offensively, that is not hard to replicate, where you just take what the defense gives you and work the ball up methodically. That's not hard at all. If all things being equal, you know what I'm saying? A complete game is defensively and offensively. But go ahead.
Question. I appreciate listening to you. I started listening to you as a fan a couple of weeks ago. As the game goes, do you think that the defensive line will get better as games going by to make them a complete team overall in your eyes?
I listen. I think who's going to get better. Listen, a lot of coaches say what you are when you show up in the season is what you're going to be, because all the work you should have put in was in the off season. So I don't think you're going to see a lot of growth in them. You might see like maybe they might add a little wrinkle, stunts, twist, and all that type of stuff. You can always add that in and throw those in. But I think who the players are or who they're going to be, I still think Devontae Davis is just that guy. Like he to me is like a baby Warren Sapp. Like he's not as explosive and real quick and shifty. Let me kind of. I think he's like a Ndamukong Suh. I think he's like a baby Ndamukong Suh. He is just that guy. Like he is really, really great at what he does. Plugging the run, holding his spot, holding the ground, pushing the pocket forward. He is that guy. So I think the other guys are just guys, and based off their speed, athleticism, they do what Jackson State wants them to do well. But I think the real dog on that, like the guy, like if you were putting stars on players, that would be the guy that you just say he's a bona fide star. Any other question before I let you go?
Yeah, this the last song. Are you ready to sing the Jackson State theme song and wear that thing on Wednesday?
Did he say? Oh, I do have to sing the. Damn, he did say I had to sing. I totally forgot.
That's it,
I thought it was just the clothes. I totally forgot I got to sing the freaking alma mater. Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. Thanks a lot, man. Bye. Jesus freaking Christ. Let me see. 9630 coming to you. We got 13 minutes left on this live stream. 13 minutes before I close the call lines down. I got stuff to do, guys. Listen, man, y'all ain't about to worry me on this thing for 3 hours and 4 hours like I did when Alabama A&M got their butt whooped. Ain't gonna happen. Hey, caller, you live. Timer's on.
Hey, Scotty. Real quick. First of all, I want to say this. Savor the win. All these Jackson State trying to play gotcha with you is let the win stand for itself. Stop playing gotcha shit. All right? Enjoy the win. Stop trying to play, well, you said this last year, blah. That's fracking bullshit. Leave that alone. All right? All right? Stop playing kids' game in a grown man sport. All right? First, so I do have some actual genuine questions because you were at the game.
Yeah.
On TV, Shedeur looked more decisive than he did last year.
Absolutely.
And I know Akila was saying that he looked slower but I'm gonna tell you, on TV he looked more agile than he did last year.
You know,
did you see that, or did they just? It was just the camera angle.
The agileness, I think that's hit or miss. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a little hit or miss for me. The decisiveness is he looked. He looked like a chef carving up a turkey like on Thanksgiving. He was just like, "Yo, this is what I do." It was just so ruthless. Like his whole demeanor, body language was like, "Yo, like y'all can't stop this." Like that's how he when I looked at him and he would do what he did and stuff like that. And I'm looking at his pre-snap reads and everything. Like he literally was just like, "Yo, you can't stop this. Like you just can't." And once again, it's the demoral. Like people got to understand about offense. It's not always the big plays that demoralize you. The big plays are the ones that like, dang, they just got behind us. Dang. That's why people used to say running the ball down your throat 3, 4, 5, and you just can't. That is more demoralizing than ever hitting a big 60-yard play or whatever. Because somebody would just say, "Oh, it was a fluke. He got behind him." Blah blah blah. The way Shedeur moved the ball so methodically down the field was the demoralizing part, where it's like you felt like you couldn't run in. Like it didn't feel like whatever coverage they thought they wanted to run, Shedeur had an answer for it. That's demoralizing when it's a 3-yard pass, a 4-yard pass, a 6-yard pass, 4-yard pass.
Yeah. It's like the old Dallas Cowboys with, Emmitt Smith, and you knew they were going to run the ball, but you still couldn't stop it. And that was the demoralizing part.
That's what was so demoralizing about the game is that it was literally him he was literally picking you off in the slow chunks of the game. Like it wasn't even like the big flashy plays or nothing like that. It was literally, I'm going left, I'm going right, I'm going right, I'm going left, I'm going left. And when you think I'm going right, I'm going left. When you think I'm going left, I'm going right. It was masterful. Like you can't take nothing away from his performance of how he did it. That's why I said he threw 33 times, but it didn't even feel like he threw 33 times.
Yeah, they were balanced. I know I only got like a minute or so left. But I another question. It looked like the secondary were like when the receivers were coming in, they were passing them off to other DBs. They knew their position, and they was like they were covering, and they were just passing them off to the next person, depending on how deep or how short they were going. Did you see that type of rotation where everybody was just where they were supposed to be, and they were passing the receiver off to the next coverage throughout the game?
I have to be a whole buck with you. I usually, when I'm watching a game, I'm usually watching it offensively because I'm an offensive guy naturally. So I kind of watch so I'm watching FAMU's offense, I'm watching Jack State's offense, and I'm more intent on the offense. I'll look at the formation, and based off the formation, or if I see they're running man, I go back to the offense. I'm like, okay, this is what I would do in this situation. So I have to go back and watch the film and really look and see how they were passing people off and things like that. But I know for a fact that I'll say this: when Jackson State loves to play trail technique man, it's either you have to hit it over the top or you have to learn how to do like back shoulder fades. Because what's going to happen is they're going to keep running and you need to go attack the ball. And that's how you get defensive pass interference calls. So just those aspects. But I'll have deeper look into the game film once I go back and look at it.
Okay, I'll just wait for that. I know I don't have any time. I'm sorry, I had one more question, but I'll wait till you do the breakdown.
All right, man. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
All right, I got 8 minutes. Coach Green, you might as well just call it a wrap because you're not going to have no time because I'm going to go to these other two callers who called in. 8258 coming to you. Timer's on.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello? Caller's on. You're on. You're live.
Oh, this is Marquise.
What's up, Marquise? Talk to me.
Yeah, man, they know they beat their tails out the clear blue sky, man. I saw it on TV. I ain't gonna lie, but that Shedeur Sanders, he good, but I like that Travis Hunter.
I mean, he got tested twice, I think 2 or 3 times. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess. I mean, I didn't really get to see him in full force, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and this is the question I want to ask. Do you think they might go 11-0?
I think the teams that I said earlier.
What kind of?
I bet you won't. I don't think that. I don't think undefeated. I don't think undefeated is in their future. I don't think so. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't think so.
Yeah, because no, my team lost yesterday against Danny Alcorn.
Oh, Stephen F. Austin. No.
Yeah.
Alcorn. No, Alcorn. So Stephen F. Austin won.
Yeah,
So you're an Alcorn fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
31. I mean, it was 31-27. They weren't bad.
It was a great game. Absolutely great game.
Yeah. But I think we'll have a great season. I know you're doing a great job and everything, and yeah.
Okay, man. I appreciate the call, Marquise, as always, man. Appreciate the call. 5939 coming to you. Timer's on.
Hey, what's going on?
What's
Scotty,
up?
how you doing this evening? This is Matthew from Minneapolis,
What's
JSU
up, Matt?
alumni.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Hey, I just have a couple of questions for you.
Talk to me.
How would you rate Niles Gaddy's performance amongst other defensive ends in the SWAC this weekend?
Amongst others? That's a good question. I'm trying to think about who really played. Sandata didn't have a good game against Arkansas State. Let me see. Alabama State really didn't do much. Who else played? Bethune-Cookman didn't really do much. I think if you're comparing him to others, it probably maybe like I wouldn't even really know who to put in that list. Let me see who else played really well. Jablonski. Oh, you said in the SWAC. So I was about to say Jablonski Green played really well at USF.
Yeah, he did play well for Howard. I guess you can include him.
No, he's from South Carolina State, not Howard. But you're talking about the dude from Brokenberg.
The dude from Howard played.
Yeah.
Brokenberg played.
Yeah, you got to give him. I think you got to give, like, for right now, off the top of my head, I'll have to give him like top 5, top 3 because I didn't see anything. But the thing about it, like, if I'm being honest, like his play wasn't even that special. So it's like it was just like, all right, cool. Like if you compare him to anybody else, I wouldn't really know because nobody's real perform. I mean, a lot of people went against FBS competition, so it's not even the same. You know, it's not even the same. It's not even the same stratosphere. You know what I'm saying? So, but go ahead.
Another question would be, why do you think Tyson Alexander, Trevante Rucker, Malachi, and then if you've noticed, like Warren played a little bit, but he didn't play that much. Can you speak to that? The players from Jackson State
that
man, probably should have played.
But think look at what you just did. You named probably 3 or 4 players that would start anywhere else in the SWAC, but not for Jackson State. Yep. That's when you know you have a lot of talent. You get what I'm saying? You just got. It's no different than Alabama. Alabama does it all the time. You know, they got so much talent. Bama just be on the bench. Like, you got to sit the bench. You got to earn your spot. Like, if I'm being honest, Nugget probably just lost his spot because there was no drop off without him. You got Travis on one side, Wiggins looked good, Zay looked good in the slot, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm really surprised that Zay looked as good as he did in the slot because he's a big corner that is playing the slot, and usually you would want to attack a big corner in the slot because he doesn't have his hips to move with the inside shifty receiver. Like, that's really what you would want to do. But of course, they didn't attack that. Willie Simmons, horrible coaching. But anyway, so yeah, if I'm being honest, like, I don't see how Nugget gets his spot back because there was no drop off not having him.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also, interesting point. I also, from the football that we've seen this weekend, and I'm trying to be objective. Like, Jackson State is scary. I feel bad for, like, offensive and defensive coordinators. But what Bethune-Cookman showed me against Miami and what the quarterback say, because I don't know how good Eastern Washington's defense is, but if you have a quarterback that's semi-mobile, that can get the ball on the outside, and you have speedy receivers, you can move the ball. You feel me? I think Jalen Jones is probably going to be, from what we've seen this week, and he'll probably be the most successful moving the ball against us. From what
But see, this is the thing. Hold up. This is the thing, right? the kicker when it comes to Jackson State is you have to make throws. They're going to put you in uncomfortable situations, right? So listen, when you got a team like Miami and you beat them over the top with a bomb or something like that, it's because they were like, oh, let's see if he can do it, or let's see. And then you see they change their scheme up and you don't get that no more. You get what I'm saying? So what happens is with somebody like Jalen Jones and Dion feeling like he knows Jalen Jones, he's going to do he's going to do everything that he knows he's not good at. From the scouting report that he gets for the games before him to the stuff he knew back when he's going to do everything possible that he knows he does not do well and put that on blast when you meet Jalen Jones. He knows Jalen Jones is a hell of a runner. You know what he's probably going to do? Have a QB spy on him. That's exactly what he's probably going. He's going to have a QB spy on him, or he's going to play containment with his defense. Go ahead.
Against Miami. He was throwing the ball very nice against Miami.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he wasn't, but understand they still lost that game 70-13. Like as much as you were throwing the ball, you weren't throwing it well enough because you still got your butt whooped. And I know they were subbing guys out and things like that, but I need you to understand, like, it is different when listen, I think Jalen Jones is probably like athletic when it comes to quarterbacks being athletic. He's probably number one. He's probably the most athletic guy at that position. Probably legit runs a 4.3 speed. But understand, Jackson State is going to make you throw the ball. They're not Texas Southern where they see you running the ball down their throat and they're gonna go, oh yeah, just keep running it. They will load the box up. They will go man across the board, and they will make Jalen Jones throw the ball.
Yeah, well, I mean, he hit his. I mean, the touchdown to Quintarius Bird. Look, he looked off to the right, and then it was his hot route. You know, Quintarius Bird was his hot route on the left. And then the play action. You know, if he gets blocking, man, it's a beautiful throw to number 2. And I mean, like, you know, the commentator kept saying it. They like Bethune-Cookman has speed, but you know, Coach Sims was just doing a quarterback, you know, rotated ladder thing. So it just was weird, man. It was really weird.
Well, I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was weird. I'm gonna have to let you go, but I didn't think it was weird. I'm gonna give you the last point, but I didn't think it was weird because you're not playing to win the game, but you want to evaluate both quarterbacks. Now you come away from this game saying, "Hey, Jalen Jones is our guy." That's what you do when you play FBS people and you know you're not going to win that game. You go out and you let your players evaluate. That's why I have a problem with Mississippi Valley State against Tarleton State. Okay, you had a chance to win the game. You still didn't even try to evaluate no other quarterback. You just went with Eason. At least Terry Sims gave the kid behind him an opportunity to say, hey, can you go win the job? He didn't win the job. Jalen Jones is now our guy going forward. It just made it that much easier. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't have a big uproar about, oh my God, he keeps swapping quarterbacks, because he wants to evaluate both of them, and it's fair.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, but this, you know, they look really good. The squad looked really good today.
Yeah,
they look very good.
They absolutely did. Hey man, appreciate the call, Matt. All right, guys. Sorry, I told y'all got to get in where you fit in. Close the call lines down. Not playing with y'all. I got stuff to do. I ain't about to be on here for no 2-3 hours messing with y'all. All right, listen. Monday Afterglow show. You already know what it is. I'm probably going to do a morning. Oh no, because I might do a midday show trying to break down film, because I'm going to be on the road most of Monday morning. We're driving back to Atlanta, so please pray for us for safe travels. So we'll be driving back to Atlanta. We're probably leaving tonight about 4 a.m. to get back to Atlanta. Tuesday we're actually driving down to New Orleans, so I probably won't do a show on Tuesday. Don't expect too much. Wednesday there's a press conference that I have to be at for Wednesday, so the Mike Reed show will be probably have to get pushed back to a night show. Hopefully we can make that happen. So I'm just trying to give you guys all the breakdown of what's going on here at the Offscript home. All right, Thursday we're gonna be back on the road, getting ready to go up to Tennessee. We're going to go to Memphis from New Orleans. We're going straight to Tennessee for the Southern Heritage Classic. All right. So if you're going to be at the Southern Heritage Classic, I'm going to be there. Hopefully I'm doing a lot. We're supposed to be the tailgate tour kickoff. All right. It's supposed to be the tailgate tour kickoff at Southern Heritage Classic. So I haven't got confirmation from that guy yet. So we'll see if that goes. It might be at the hotel. It might be on site at the actual pregame right in front of the stadium. So just be cognizant of that. All right, so that's what everything that's going on. So we gonna be on the move. If you in Memphis, say what's up. We gonna be in there. All right. So listen, guys, I appreciate it. Appreciate all the members. All right. So until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm a holler. God bless.